Hello everyone and welcome back to another DOLLFACE episode. So, I wanted to make new resin eyes for future doll faces, but then I noticed that I still had some eyes left that I made last year summer, so since I don't want to waste anything that I made, I decided to use them for some doll face brooches. So these are already sculpted and baked, and I also applied the skin color, and as you can see I tried out some new things, like I never made a cat face for a brooch before, and I also never experimented with metal ornaments before, and I really like how these new designs turned out, and I will probably make similar ones soon again. So this one actually has a resin eye which has a real flower in it, and I really love how you can literally preserve almost anything in resin. It's really cool. And I thought about actually preserving one of my wisdom teeth and use the tooth as an eye for a doll face, and even putting it on my store for people to buy, because can you imagine owning a creation that has a preserved tooth from the designer herself? Like that would be such a sick and interesting thing to own, in my opinion at least. And I don't know, I kind of want to do it, but then again I'm a little bit wary about it, even a bit scared, because what if someone buys it who practices witchcraft and uses my tooth for an evil spell, or even puts a curse on me? Like, I know that probably won't happen because no one proved the existence of supernatural powers yet, but there are still like small communities of self-proclaimed witches, and I don't know, I think it's kind of scary. And to be honest, I mean, I don't believe in anything magical, I'm not even religious, but who knows, man, who knows? It would genuinely terrify me if black magic was actually a real thing, or those so-called mediums who can talk to ghosts are for real. Like, ugh, the word ghost alone horrifies me. Like, I feel paralyzed thinking about stuff like that. And it's odd because I enjoy horror films that include exorcism, ghosts, witches, demons, devils, and all that supernatural shit. Like, I'm fascinated. And you would probably think that if I'm so terrified of the possibility of those things, shouldn't I be avoiding these movies / books? And like, I guess yes, but you know, I think most people who are scared of the unfamiliar things that they don't understand are also kind of intrigued and in some twisted way interested in them, exactly because we don't know what it is. We desperately want to know the answer. And I guess I'm looking for lack of a better word, an answer in those movies. And I know it doesn't make any sense because those movies are fiction, it's not real, but I like to know what this director's take on witches is. What exactly do those filmmakers think what ghosts are, you know? And the idea / plot for these movies has to come from somewhere other than plain imagination, you know? I bet 20% of these filmmakers, writers experienced something so strange or horrific that they just had to write about it or film it. And they already know that no one's gonna believe them, so they're just gonna publish it as fiction. That's my conspiracy theory. Speaking of fiction, this kind of reminds me of this phony religion called Scientology. So this religion was founded by this guy, L. Ron Hubbard, who was actually an author, best known for his science fiction and fantasy stories. And in the 50s, he published a book called Dianetics, and I actually read like the pocket version of this book. And to make it short, he basically comes up with these new therapies that can turn people into immortal geniuses. And he means it. He's not talking about it metaphorically. He actually believes that human beings can achieve a godlike status. And it sounds absolutely hilarious, but that became an approved religion later on. And what's super strange is that there are big A-list celebrities who fall for that shit. I mean, maybe he was just a grade A con man, or maybe he was onto something. Maybe he was the next messiah, you know. For the record, I don't believe it, obviously, but who knows, man, who knows. I think it's interesting how this new generation is becoming more and more atheist. I don't know how exactly it is in the US since I live in Europe, but almost all the kids and young adults here don't believe in a god, or they just don't care about religion anymore. Especially in this new era of being skeptical, always questioning things, and it seems like everyone nowadays has an opinion on something, and they are eager to share that with the world, and are mostly not shy to shut someone down with facts, with the receipts, you know? And that's great. That's really great. I have nothing against that, and as I said earlier, I'm not religious myself, but I wouldn't call myself an atheist anymore, because I guess I think I wouldn't label myself anything, because it might change tomorrow, it might change not at all, you know? But yeah, even as a small child, I never believed in a god. Like, the fact that apparently there's someone high up there watching me at all times just seemed so weird and not really believable. And I mean, granted, my parents are not really hardcore religious people themselves. If anything, they are spiritual Buddhists. I guess the only thing I truly always believed in was the concept of karma. Like, if you treat someone like shit, you're gonna get it back. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in 30 years. If you die early, maybe not at all. But your family, your loved ones, they're gonna get it back. What goes around comes around. I'm convinced that karma is a real thing because I experienced it myself multiple times, and I don't really want to elaborate on that because it's a bit personal, but I really think if you are sincerely a good person, like not faking it to be liked by society, just an honest, good-hearted person, I think good things will come back to you. Yeah. And it's weird. Like, the more I think about religion, atheism, and just the world, the weirder my questions get. Like, how unbelievable it seems that we were once animals evolved into intelligent humans. Like, why are we the only species that gained a consciousness? Like, what happened? Why only humans? Millions of years ago, why couldn't humans and, for example, tigers simultaneously get intelligent? Like, why only us humans? Are we the chosen ones? I guess that's kind of a weird question. But, like, who fucking knows, man? Who knows? Maybe there is a god, and science is basically just decoding God's creation. Or maybe not. So yeah, what's your take on religion? What do you believe in? Do you believe in supernatural things like witches and stuff like that? Leave all that in the comment section below. I would actually love to read your thoughts and stuff. So yeah. So, as always, these lovely DOLLFACE brooches are now available on my shop. The link is in the description below. And I'm also open for commissions. Just email me and tell me what you would like. It's pretty simple, and yeah, I hope you liked this rambly video. If you did, leave a like or a comment, and yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye bye!
Thank you.